Matt Ryan just absolutely set the standard, and if you are an Atlanta Falcons fan, you need to stop what you are doing and listen to this because the entire trajectory of this franchise just shifted in a matter of minutes. It is the first time Matt Ryan has spoken as the brand new president of football operations for the Dirty Birds. And let me tell you, at his opening press conference, he didn't just say the right things. He said the things that we have been screaming at our televisions for years. He sounded ready. He sounded lethal. And most importantly, he sounded like he is about to clean house and finally build a winner. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are going to react to every single explosive detail from this press conference. But before we get into the heavy-hitting news, do me a favor and smash that like button, check that you are subscribed, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a second of this new era. I want to start off by saying this because it was the first thing that jumped out at me. Matt Ryan sounds incredibly prepared for this role. You know, when you work in television or you do analysis, you have to be very cognizant of what you say because your words carry weight. But now he is stepping into a role where he is the guy making the decisions. He is the guy pulling the trigger. And seeing him seamlessly glide into this press conference was exceptional. It just reminded us that Matt Ryan is an Atlanta Falcon for life. He knows it. We know it. And he made sure everyone in that room knew it. He looked dead into the camera and said his mission since being drafted has never changed. It has everything to do with what he can do for this organization to win championships. That gave me literal chills. Who better to understand what it takes to win at the highest level here than the guy who gave everything for this logo? That is exactly why he is perfect for this job. But he didn't just talk about the emotional side. He got down to business immediately. He talked about the head coaching search, he talked about the future of the quarterback position, and he talked about Michael Penix Jr. We need to dissect this because there was a lot of coded language used here. Let's start with the head coaching search because this gives us the blueprint of what is about to happen. There have been reports flying around, but Ryan clarified exactly what he is looking for. He said he wants people who connect with players. He is looking for a guy who can push players and get the absolute best out of them. He thinks you need people who can build the best staffs. So, translation? He wants a player's coach who is also a franchise builder. Now, you might be thinking, didn't Raheem Morris have some of those qualities? Sure, Raheem might have had the shell of those traits. We know there were a lot of players in that locker room that loved Raheem. But here is the brutal reality that Matt Ryan seems to have realized. You cannot just be a friend to the players. You cannot hire 26 different coaches on your staff and basically just be a glorified statue on the sideline. Raheem didn't call plays on defense. He had really no say in the offense. He just kind of sat there and tried to manage the game, and that is not the way to win in the modern NFL. Hiring that many assistants is not the way to do it. Raheem might have had the right idea, but he had the wrong execution. And this is why the new names coming into play are so exciting. All of the guys being mentioned have found ways to do it more successfully. And we have to mention the biggest news shaking up the league right now. Mike Tomlin has literally just stepped down as the Steelers' head coach at the time of this recording. You have to ask yourself, could Mike Tomlin want to come to Atlanta? When you have Matt Ryan running the show, suddenly this job becomes a lot more attractive to a legend like Tomlin. We are going to have a full breakdown on the coaching candidates later, but just keep that in mind. The standard has been raised. Let's go back to what Matt Ryan said specifically about the power dynamic, because this is crucial. He talked about the finality of the head coach and GM roles. He stated clearly that the final decisions the head coaches have are going to be their decisions to make. The final decisions the GM has are going to be theirs. He said, "We are empowering them to go and do their jobs." Bingo. That is music to my ears. The sign of a great manager, or in this case, the president of football, is somebody that doesn't have to do the day-to-day meddling because he puts the right people in place. It is why hiring a guy like John Harbaugh or going out and getting a bright offensive mind like Clint Kubiak is so important. Ryan does not want to play babysitter. He shouldn't have to. If he wanted to do the X's and O's, he would have hired himself as the offensive coordinator. But he wants to make the executive decisions to put people in places to succeed. And honestly, if you are loving what you are hearing from Matty Ice so far, let me know right now in the comment section down below. How much do you trust Matt Ryan to make these hires? On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your confidence level? Right now, mine is at an all-time high. Until he proves me wrong, I can't disagree with a single word he has said. But now we have to get to the elephant in the room. We have to talk about Michael Penix Jr. and of course, Matt Ryan said all the polite things. He never said anything bad about MPJ. But I believe there is a little bit more to this story regarding Penix's future with the Falcons than we are being led to believe. Listen closely to what Ryan said. He said, "I am not hired to come in and be the quarterback's coach, but I love Mike. I've gotten to know him over the past couple of years." Okay, that sounds good on the surface. But look deeper. He is basically telling you right now that look, as much as I can love a guy and like a guy, it is not my decision to coach him. It is not my job to mold Michael Penix Jr. into the starter. Matt knows quarterback play better than anyone. This is very telling about what the Falcons might decide to do this offseason. Ryan went on to say he wants what is best for the players and that Penix is in a good mental space regarding his recovery. But I think what Ryan is doing here is buying time. He is going to take everything in during these first couple of days. He is going to get the head coach hire right. He is going to get the GM hire right. And then, everybody is going to sit in a room together and say, "Okay, first order of business. We have to keep all options on the table when it comes to the quarterback. And folks, that includes keeping him and riding with him in the 2026 season, or deciding to bail on him completely. You cannot deny that that is up in the air right now. We don't know what is going to happen. That is going to be decided in March during free agency or in April during the draft. Either way, a decision on Penix will be revealed soon. Maybe not in terms of an actual press release report, but you will see it through the actions of Matt Ryan. You will see it through the actions of the new GM and the coaching staff. Because I can guarantee you this, the quarterback situation is integral to the decision-making process for any new head coach coming to Atlanta. A guy like Mike Tomlin or Ben Johnson isn't coming here unless they know exactly what the plan is under center. So here is the question of the day for you guys, and I really want you to sound off in the comments. Do you think the Falcons should ride with Michael Penix Jr. next season, or should Matt Ryan look for a fresh start at quarterback? I want to see your arguments below because this is the debate that is going to define our offseason. Regardless of what happens, it is clear that Matt Ryan is not afraid to make the hard calls. If it means we keep Penix and try to mold his career back on the right track, fine. But if it means saying, "Hey, we are only coming to Atlanta with the understanding that he is not going to be the option next year," then that is what they will do. Who knows if Penix is even ready for week 1? Nobody knows yet. So there is a massive amount of news coming up regarding this roster. You are going to get videos from me on free agent targets, coaching news, GM news, and mock drafts, which we will be touching up on very soon. We are going to cover the 2026 previews and what we can expect from the new coaching regime. Ultimately, this is about getting back on the right track to win the NFC South. The division is wide open, and with competent leadership at the top, there is no reason we can't take it. Before we end today, I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping us cross that 49,000 subscriber mark. The first major milestone on this channel is 50,000 subs. We need less than 900 of you to hit that number. If you want daily content, and we provide this every single day, sometimes twice a day, do me a huge favor, lock us in, and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and it keeps you informed. Matt Ryan is back, the culture is changing, and I couldn't be more excited. Until later on today, Falcons fans, rise up and be cool.